This is so beautiful. Starting off with twerking. It takes a special talent to just make standing there look so cool. Hello Claire Bears, welcome back to part 2 of my I Never Die reaction. As you can tell, it is a different day, new day, who dis, and my makeup is less exciting today because I had to work. And I also wanted to break out my leather jacket in honor of Never Stop Me. But if you haven't seen part 1 of my reaction and you'd like to check that out, then you can do so right here. But we're going to resume here with the second half of our album, starting with Polaroid. And this is a Yuki song, and something I kind of forgot about and that I realized when I was doing a little bit of research after I finished my reaction to the first half was that this album was still fresh off of the Soojin departure. And so I was totally not thinking about the lyrics in terms of how they could potentially relate to that, because it's just something I did not experience in the real time. And I would be so curious to see how many, if any, of the lyrics from the songs we've heard so far were referencing Soojin. So I will keep an eye out for that as we go through the album. But let's listen now to Polaroid as I continue my beverage of the day from the first day, which I kept in my fridge. Something slower. Oh, by the way, before we start on this song, I am aware of the fact that Yuki has released a pre-release track for her new album, and I will be reacting to the album in full when it comes out. So you can have that to look forward to.
People want us to grow up. 시간은 참 빠르게만 가는데 I want pleasure.
Yuki's voice is just like extra beautiful on this album. Oh.
Can I take out the Polaroid and then we smile brightly?
This just like feels so comforting. And Soyeon's voice here, like, this feels like a friend, like a really comforting friend, someone that is just like so good at being able to diffuse a situation and help you just like enjoy the little things in life. This song just feels like that friend so much, because depending on what's going on, there's so many situations where there's nothing that someone can say to make a situation better, but they can make it better by just being present and being there for you and helping even just like distract you. Those are the friends that you hang on to and they seem like those friends.
Sometimes I think we can look back, 'cause we've been too busy. We've been too busy. 잠깐 쉬어가자 우리. 행복할 수 있게 더 웃을 수 있게.
This is so comforting.
그땐 왜 모든 게 다 그저 어려웠을까? Don't be sad. Let's forget everything with the flash. Can I take out the Polaroid and then we smile brightly? 슬퍼지더라도 울지는 않을게. Let's make
And there is somewhat of like a nostalgic element to this song too.
We shouldn't forget this, please remember. 우리 사진 속에 그때 그 미소에 Let's make a funny face. Polaroid. We should keep this memory.
And like a friend who helps you be more present too.
Take out the Polaroid.
Sometimes you can always just like focus on the next thing.
We should keep this memory.
And this feels like something you'd listen to on like a summer afternoon, you know? With like the windows down in the car.
We should keep this memory. Take out the Polaroid. Let's make a funny face.
Oh, this was so like sweet. Now I'm wondering how this could possibly be tied to Soojin in some way.
Later.
So I found a post on Reddit where someone said that it is about her and their friendship together. And then someone else also said that it is dedicated to Soojin, which is devastating because that must have been so heartbreaking for them to see their friend go through that situation. So like Yuki is just so sweet for writing about this. And I want to be friends with them so bad. They seem like the best friends ever. But okay, our next song here is another mini song with Escape, mini featuring some writing from Soyeon as well. So with the first half of the album being so, you know, vengeful, and then this just like really touching song in Polaroid, I feel like I have no clue now what to predict for Escape, but I have a feeling that because it's a mini song that it is going to be like touching in some kind of way. So let's listen.
Look into the sky, what do you see? 저 멀리 별들 like your eyes, they're so pretty.
Talk about pretty. These vocals. This is so beautiful. Oh, your laughter suits you more. This feels kind of like OST-ish. Supportive queens. I love how so far all of the songs in the album feel like they have a companion. Like for Tomboy, it was Never Stop Me. For Villain Dies, it was Already. And now it feels like Escape is Polaroid's companion. It almost feels like a play in 4 acts, you know?
Yeah. 원래 힘든 거래 모두가 마치 나는 아닌 것처럼 눈치를 보며 그냥 버틸까도 하다가 때려치워 나는 버거워 이 순간 행복해질래 시간이래 도저감 멈춰서 쉴래 책임져야겠지 현실과 미래 인생 몰라 이럴 때 너에게로 escape.
Oh my goodness. Ugh. This like hits so close to home for me right now because right before I filmed this, I had a call with my mentee. I volunteer for a mentorship program and my poor mentee was on the phone just like burst into tears at the start of our call because her boss is just like so horrible to her. And so much of what Soyeon just said in her rap felt like so many of the things that she had said on the phone of she was saying like, oh, I don't want to be difficult or, you know, make a fuss. And I also don't want to give up, as if like quitting a job where your boss treats you like absolute garbage is giving up. And what I said to her was, that's not giving up, that's the opposite of giving up. That is choosing yourself, choosing your mental well-being to find a place where your skills are so much more appreciated. And like taking care of yourself is never giving up. So I feel like this song could just be so relatable to so many people and just like be such a good reminder for people to, you know, take care of themselves. Yeah, I'm extra loving Yuki's vocals on this album. feels like they are, you know? This is definitely the comfort era of this album. It also feels like they're talking to the fans of being our support point, like telling us it's okay to fall and get back up. I'm loving this first half of this second half. I always love a mini song, as you know, and I think this one has been my fave so far. I just appreciate when every time Minnie writes a song, it's also just like such comfort, all of the comfort vibes. You can tell how much she just like cares about Neverland. But all right, next here we have Liar, and this is a Yuki song. I feel like we might be going back to some of the territory from the first album here with a song called Liar, and they're just like back in their feelings now. The Yuki Soyeon combo is bound for some sass, so I'm here for it. I'm ready. Let's do it.
I've been walking up in different places, 습관처럼 익숙하지. Take a look around at this place, yeah. 내가 원하는 건 없어. 마음에도 없던 거짓말들. 내 자신을 잃어서 bad. 감정들이 없는 인형같이 억지스러 미소를 썼어. 변했다고 생각하진 않아. I don't wanna do this no more. You keep calling me a liar.
Ooh.
I don't feel any desire.
Oh my gosh, get 'em, Yuki.
We spin and drifting, don't need no tires. So you
Call me
call
up.
me filthy liar.
Oh my gosh. I love it.
I'm a crazy tomboy. 다시 패스포트 그녀처럼 잡 my hair blonde. 또 내가 딴따라 맘에 안 들던 네 엄마께 나도 별로였다고 편하고 넌 나처라고 말해 또.
Oh my gosh, the absolute fire of this line. I am unwell. Soyeon definitely sent someone to the hospital with third-degree burns after this absolute roast. What a legend, honestly. Oh, she's pissed. Oh my gosh. Like, a murder just occurred. Like, I was here for the comfort era, but I'm here for the pissed off era too. And the way they're just like so unapologetic about it. They know their worth. Again, self-aware queens. This is iconic. Oh my gosh, that was spectacular. I really cannot with that Soyeon rap, and someone really needs to check on that person, because if that were me, I would be dead. And it's interesting to get this on the album in the spot that it's in and not like before Polaroid. So yeah, I'm always curious how companies will choose the order that the songs are in. I imagine that they're trying to tell a story here. So yeah, I'm curious what story that they're telling with that order. But all right, we're now going to move on to our final track of this album, which is My Bag. And now this was interesting to me because we had a couple of different pieces of content, but there wasn't a full-blown music video. But there's what appears to be maybe like a teaser video for the song, because it's only 1 minute and 6 seconds and it was released on March 7th. So here's what I thought we would do. I thought we would start out with this track video as almost like a teaser to the song, and then we would react to the lyric video because it looked like there was no captions on the dance practice, and then we'll watch the dance practice so that we can get a full sense of the song here, because it seems like when the dance practice had almost 100 million views, that this was a popular song of I-DLE's. So let's start out with this track video. Okay. If you wanna sit down, oh, like that. Okay, I show you what's in hip-hop song. This is like a big flex track. And the outfits kind of remind me of Wife, you know, of just like baggy outfits. Oh my gosh, I'm excited for the full version of this. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited because as much as I love so many different genres of music, this like hip hop subgenre of K-pop is really what got me into K-pop to begin with. And it almost had like a 21 feeling to it. And my best friend's roommate was like the first person to introduce me to K-pop in like the early 2010s, and 21 was her favorite. So this genre of K-pop has such a special place in my heart. So I'm so excited for this. Let's get into it. And it almost sounding like if you hit diamonds. And that's like that like xylophone sounding. It's all in English. Ooh. Oh, what was that melody? Was that like from La Ta Ta? It almost sounds like every day. This feels like almost like their villain origin story from this album, and this is like a full almost villain era song. And I'm sure there's so much amazing wordplay in this. Oh, just realized I forgot to check who wrote this. Let me guess. It's Soyeon. And I'm correct. Yeah, this has Soyeon written all over it. And I'm sure there's so much wordplay that I'm missing out on here because it's written in Korean. So if you do know some of the wordplay here, definitely let me know in the comments. Yeah, it feels like Wife is almost like a 2024 version of this song. Just want to dance. I'm so excited for that dance practice. Ooh, rapper. I love they're using all of their personalities almost like weapons in this. Like boss baby, princess. The badassery here of those messages that I didn't read, I won't read it forever. Like whether this is directed at the, you know, a million people who slid into her DMs or just like hate comments somewhere of like, I'm not reading them, so you can be as mad as you want. Just queen behavior everywhere here.
Okay, I show you what's in my bag. Red 5 diamonds in my bag. If you wanna sit down, stupid like that. My mama's so and oh my god damn. Okay, I show you what's in my bag.
Oh man, this was so good. And it's like, I didn't even get all of the wordplay in this, I imagine. And yet I'm still just like so impressed by everything in this. I think we ended here with my favorite song on the album. Even though even though in a way it feels weird and hard to compare this to like Polaroid or Escape, but there's just like something about this that felt like this was almost a group of criminals in a heist, and that, you know, they all play their own roles within the heist. When there's talked so much about like diamonds in their bag, I got that vibe, and I feel like since then they've had things like Revenge that were just like a full-on heist. But I just absolutely adored hearing all of the members rap. It truly just is a group of all-rounders. And speaking of all-rounders, now we get to watch them dance. Oh my gosh, I already know this is gonna be iconic if that little teaser video was any indication. So let's close it out now with the choreography video.
Okay. Red 5 diamonds in my bag. If you wanna sit
Oh my gosh, just like starting off with twerking.
Okay, I show you what's in my bag.
I love it.
Diamonds in my bag. If you wanna sit down, stupid like that. My mama's so and oh my god damn. Okay, I show you what's in my bag. Oh, do you like
Ooh.
my voice and then more goddamn. Oh, just like it.
So this isn't even like a dance practice. This was a full-on production. They each get like their queen moment, which is cool. Oh my gosh. Such an amazing rapper.
Okay, I show you what's in my bag. Red 5 diamonds in my bag. If you wanna sit down, stupid like that. My mama's so and oh my god damn. Okay, I show you what's in my bag.
Ooh. It just really feels like all of their personalities come out. Oh my gosh. Shuha. Oh my gosh. This is so me encoded. And interesting, she didn't lip sync for that part. I love this choice. Of her just standing there. Oh my gosh. And just also like not even seeing her eyes with that hat too. And never has just standing there been so iconic, because they just like stood there for, what was it, 8 bars? Maybe just 4, but regardless. It takes a special talent to just make standing there part of a routine look so cool. And again, it just like each part felt so much like each of the members and so fitting. And I imagine, of course, that Soyeon did that on purpose for each of the members to give each of them their moment in the spotlight. What a leader behavior of wanting to give each member their moment. It did have like a super villain vibe to it, in the best way, of course. So friends, thank you for joining me for this reaction. I had so much fun with it. Again, it's gonna be hard for me to top my bag, but I'll have to do a re-listen to the rest of the album. But I would love to know if you have a favorite song from this album, or if you have favorites more broadly, any other comments that you would like to share with me. And then for my next video, I'll be back with the Yuki solo album. I still have plenty more idol content to cover. I still have Soyeon solo album, I have Miyeon solo album, and then of course I-Love. And we have their Killing Voice too. I feel like I've talked about how I'm not looking forward to when I'm done getting through Idol's discography, because then that means it'll be over. But I still have so much more to cover, so definitely stick around. But until my next Idol video, I hope you are doing well, staying safe, taking care of yourself, and I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day.